Okay, then let's go into the world of DDO. In DDO, you're playing a veteran from the last war. I could have put the video on there, the intro video. Yes, you're the veteran from the last war, and now that the war is over, you more or less are good for nothing who's looking for a job, and the continent of Xenric is a place with old ruins and of ancient civilization long destroyed and forgotten, and you're more or less going there to become an adventurer using your skills that you acquired in the last war to attain wealth, fame, or whatever your heart desires. That's the basic premise of DDO since the days of old, and since then there were many different editions, and the loading screen is taking really long. I guess it's because of the streaming and such, and I guess I have to bury those streams maybe at some point because my connection may be just not fit for it. Ah, there we are. Okay, first things first. And it's load 2. Now everything will change a bit. Okay, short explanation of my interface. I have a gamer keyboard where I have some additional keys here that I can access by in the left side, as you can see. I also and here are my other key maps, the stuff I have close to my movement keys, except this one. Here are the additional keys of my mouse. So, and before I speak with Jeets, as you can see here, my ship was attacked by a dragon, and I survived somehow. And Jeets here is someone who was already on the island, and more or less here is the one who found me. So, but before I speak with Jeets, I first make some stuff available. Let's see. I do have Dismiss Rage here, but for some reason my shifting doesn't seem to be there. Then I have to draw it here. Oh god, so slow. Or isn't it slow and it's just... Okay. Then I will put it onto my lower stuff for starters. White empathy I do have. I don't really need to keep track of the charges. Dismiss Rage for starters goes here, but I actually want to set out my past lives, my epic past life stances. So Ancient Power 3 stacks here. Ancient Tactics I will use later. Double Strike I will use now. Skill Mastery I will use when I need it. Enchant Weapon, 3 stacks here. Ancient Tactics I only have 2, but later it will be very practical. 3 of Brace. Okay. Then let's put my action points. As you can see, I have 10 racial, or 10 total, 9 racial, 1 universal. And first, I don't need Arcane Archer, Unset, Tempest Rogue. Default will be my default tree. Who needs you? And my secondary tree will be falconry. And I can put the first, I get the original falcon here. So racials, I first want to be as long and shifting as possible. This might be useful, but I think I will hold off for that. Natural armor could be nice, but I think I go with dodge for starters. Keep it simple. Before later, when I have some levels, I can put more stuff here. And to my enhancements, summon falcon. Okay, this is one I will. 6. Well, geez, I could save my falcon. Oi, we're on the ship that got attacked by the dragon. You're the first survivor we've seen, and sailors been washing up for hours. Usually I would skip Korthos, but this time I will play it because it's a long play. Are you looking for survivors or looting bodies? Now don't go blaming a poor rogue for making a living. Besides, I didn't take nothing from you. You got nothing for us taking. Yes, I seem to have misplaced my belongings. It's right dangerous to walk around without a blade. For my good deed of the day, I can give you something back at my camp. Alright, lead the way. Apparently, I also forgot how to swim because I can't get to my ship here. Okay. Yes, I want a weapon, Jeets. Here's a weapon for you, but then you do me a little favor. Tit for tat, right? Well, that depends on what you want. I take that as yes. Here, which one of these do you want? Take the great axe. That went too. So, ready to help me out? What tasks do you have for me? Here's the deal. Selimus is waiting for us in the cave up the path. Go and tell her we'll be along shortly, just as soon as we finish with all the salvage on the beach. That's it. Give a message to the Selimus. Well, I'm sure Selimus would be appreciative any help you can give her to, and it will make her less likely to smash my noggin when I catch up. I should make another one, I guess. Incoming texts. So want to... Okay, hopefully now this works, because strangely enough it didn't show about anything I would like to put on off. No. Why doesn't it show the NPCs? This will be a bit of pain. Okay, let's see what happened when I now put NPC. Can I talk with cheats? And it's showing in my... Oh man. Sure, Talbot. You can destroy these boxes to get some potion, but for me they don't do anything anymore. Very exciting. I've had to really chill. The Grotto. The first dungeon you will encounter in DDO. I could make a public route, but I definitely won't do this. Here we have Jeets, Talburn and Salinas, party of 3 adventurers. And now you're talking to me. Great. Now it works. Identify yourself. I'm the Ranger Pandret. A dragon attacked my ship, and I alone survived. I then met your companions who asked me to protect you until they arrive. Until they arrive? Is she still stiffening through the wreckage? I wring his little throat until the tongue falls out. Oh, if you're willing to help me, I don't fancy waiting around for these idiots anymore. Good question. Does the Dungeon Master? No, the Dungeon Master tells. What exactly are you doing in these caves? I've been hired to clear the case of Sahwagin. Jeets the Tavern are supposed to help me. I hope they don't tarry too long. If you come with me, you should be comfortable with Sahwagin blood all over that rusty weapon of yours. What's Sahwagin? They're ugly, scaly, slimy, and they like to sacrifice innocent to their dark devourer god. For these reasons, I'm eager to smite them. Can I ask you something else? It's Jeets your friend. Aren't you worried about turning your back to a rogue? I once thought so too, but Jeets changed my mind long ago. By the silver flame. He can still get my blood boiling sometimes, but he's never let me down when it truly matters. Also, Tyrant thinks the word of him. Is Talbram, your friend? Why is he at the camp and not here helping you? Talbram has my highest respect. He has a history with Jeets and they're inseparable. Still, I'd wish they'd hurry. With all the Sahagi in this cave, I thoroughly miss Talbram's sorcery. Alright, I'm ready. Let's go. I like the spell. I would love to have it on me when I go Reaper. Okay. Just checking my audio because I have sometimes big spikes.
You hear the shuffling and wheezing of some creature coming from the corridor.
I should set up. I don't really need those. But I guess they don't hurt for starters. I don't need that. I will probably never use this, but no, never mind. And search.
The corroded lever at the rear of this corridor most likely controls the gate where the cleric Salimus is waiting.
I may be too fast for my own good, because I hope that Salimus had something to say to me when I at that side. Nope. Then let's gather the party. It would be better if you watch her back. Leggy job right now. In a sense, I almost expect you to be a melee character when you look at the party. Salim is cleric. Here we have rogue. Tavern is a sorcerer, which is a bit odd for an Warforged, but it has its perks, definitely. But Warforged with their penalty to charisma hurts himself a bit with having charisma as a casting stat. But you can work around 1 or 2 points often. And that's why you're at the beach. Oh. Well.
You grab the silver key.
Okay, here he explains what the shrines do. Moon shrine are for resting. The sun shrine is when you die. You can use the sun shrine to get your to resurrect yourself or raise yourself. This seems like it would have hurt. No. Ah, he said Wait, that's an acid trap like for your here. Why is that? Only blokes with road skill can deal with traps. Blokes like me. Don't you worry. If you really want to, you can find a trainer to teach you rogue abilities once you've put enough experience to handle it, that is. Alright? I'll wait while you disable the trap. Yes, you can search for the trap, and I most likely was faster. This is a bit of a boring. Actually, it doesn't look so bad. I mean, look at those off the walls, worms eating each other, purple worms maybe. But it's very linear. It's definitely something like it's definitely the starter dungeon, but I don't think it's doing that well with the mechanics. There are better Havoc quests for that. Yeah, some stuff I will. I guess I can take the shirt. The other stuff isn't worth the effort for me. Well, ain't I not pretty? And that's the reason why I will put points into search. Because finding secret doors is always fun and sometimes very helpful. Okay, let's speak with her. We've made it, Panjet. We've made it, Panjet. The door ahead should take us out to the village. But before we go, I want you to give you something from my stash, in thanks for your assistance to me and my fellows this day. Oh, thank you very much, Lady Valoon. Ha! Call me Salinas. May you always walk the righteous path, Panjet, and the holy flame look kindly upon your days and deeds. And to you, brave cleric. Okay, and now I take the bigger axe. Some experience, definitely not enough to level, and I will go to Korthos Village, the starter area, the first public area in the game, where everyone comes back even after reincarnating their character for the 20th, 80th time.
You find yourself in Korthos Village. The Sahuagin have threatened this place for generations. Judging from how it looks now, the Sahuagin are winning. However, some hopeful souls still hold out for help
Okay.
to arrive.
Brendel is here very... You explain how to bind the character. That's when you die and release yourself from a dungeon or a public area. You can even bind those. Then you come back to that place. Okay, this is for another area entirely. And I'm a bit torn. I need to go to the bank to get my actual equipment. Let's be quick. This is another starter or low level area for level 1 character and such. It's not just the starter area, it's not that much harder, but for a new character I think it's much harder, and this is a paid content, paid adventures pack, so therefore not many people have that. I think this is a very unfortunate place, or bad placing actually, because you go out of the grotto as a new player, and then you're presented with, hey, we have a quest line here, pay us for it. And it's not like I don't think that that everything should be for free. Obviously, the developers need to make the living somehow. But I think that this isn't the best way to show you what you have. And especially because another reason why I'm not that much a fan of it is because this guy is more or less inviting you to another world. Because... So yes, very unfortunate placing, or rather bad. I think they want to show off and make people more inclined to not miss this thing. Maybe they thought, hey, when we have newly reincarnated characters, then we can just skip Korthos and do Borderlands instead. But that's usually you don't want to skip the first few of Korthos because, well, you want a favor. You want enough favor from the coin notes, which you collect with several of these quests, to unlock more inventory space. Well, even though I won't play it now, I will travel to the Borderlands to get to the bank at least. So actually I want to go to Stormreach to also get my boosts, my airship boosts. I'll do this whole ordeal later. Means that now for the long play I will speak with people here, trying to figure out if they have something to say about this world, because it's a long run. Well, yes, long run. Street was separate. There's an unholy wailing coming from Heyton's family crib. No one wants to check on it for fear of the South Wagon and their croonies. But what could they want with Heyton's crib? Oh dear, why won't anyone go down there and see? Heyton's family crib? Shouldn't you talk to Heyton about this? My dad used to tell me stories of the Heytons. Hundreds of years ago, when South Wagons first came, Bjorn Heyton fought them tooth to a nail, and when he died, his children fought them, and when they died, their children fought them. Or Lars Heyton was last of them, and I was... well, never mind that. He's gone missing, and everyone thinks he's dead, but I know he's still alive. What if this wailing has something to do with it? You have to go and look. Very well, if it'll ease your mind, I'll check out the crypt for you. Oh, you will? Oh, you're so brave. Yes, she seems to be Heyton's lover, so... Last Heyton's. And here we have the first of many trainers. She can give wizard advice. Yes, they explain what you can rent, such if I wanted something I would need to look for. But here we have the crypt. I could go inside now to start the dungeon, but I won't do that yet. Mostly because I want to do the long run. Therefore, I'm not sure if I go to the airship, which give me several bonuses that I won't be... that maybe some of the interactions will change. The idea is because that you first have to deal with Korthos to travel further to Stormreach. Don't get beyond reality at the moment. The tourist short temper for bad. Cultists, ha! I love it, goodness. That riffraff are barely worth the summit. We have the mayor. Please, stranger, leave us be. If the South Wagon or the cultist spies see me talking to you, they say I'm asking you to fight them, and then they come and take me away. Watch the skies. Yes, it's snowing. Buddy, you got from the moment You done? I don't know these people. Oh, up the hill. What's there? I'm certain I once went there and I absolutely forgot. And there's nothing. Oh god, I know DDO is often has some issues with lag, but streaming, I guess it's really my connection that makes it so bad. Oh, here we have a person. Deborah. Good day to you. I expected something More exciting about an NPC which is out here. Well, let's see if something is here. I don't think so. I can't even get to the ship. No NPCs here, so Master Spell. Spell Weaver. Yeah, some advice here. What are you saying? Isotropic islands blinking in natural. I come all the way to this island to sample Sigmund's famous old solid rock. Everyone is rather distracted, I'm afraid. Now, where did she go? Have you seen Mr. Strusen de Jurasco? No, I have not. Oh dear, she always wandering out, and this island is hardly safe. I can ill afford any more time on the backwater island, but my crew refused to depart because of that accursed dragon. Yes. Like I said in the story, you're actually you can't go to you can't travel to Stormreach. Your actual goal, you're stuck in Korthos Island, which is just for Stormreach and the continent of Cendric. So blast cultists, blast Sahuagins, and most of all blast dragons, cultists. When the Sahuagin came, half the village decided worshipping the Devourer beats the sacrificial knight in the gut. But when you join the Devourer cult, you change. I'm telling you, if you see cultists, kill it. You'd be doing whoever it used to be a favor. Tell me about Sahuagin. As a sailor, I'm no stranger to Sahuagin, but those stinking fish people start worshipping the Devourer. Normally, to each your own, I say. But come on, the Devourer! Now the Sahuagin have taken Korthos and everyone just fodder for the sacrificial altars. I really have to get off this island. What don't I have here? Achievement advancement. Don't need the device. A lot of puzzle words of the Devourer. Are it the same? You mentioned dragon. A white dragon, that ice-bound monster that's been attacking around here. The Devourer cult somehow controlling it, and it's sinking every chip across Sargon's teeth. But ship ain't setting sail till that dragon's gone. I could skip it, but I think I break the line then there. Therefore... well, we have Master Blademan. Is it about how to group tactics? No, it's about how the hitting such works. Interesting game mechanics, nothing to cry home about. And yes, they seem to have all basically no real input about the story here. Well, the boat. We make the quest later, I think. But now I'm so most people don't actually say something worthwhile here. Then I go to the keep and I skip the airship for now. It's no. So if I go to the keep, I may be able to go to Korthos, and from Korthos I could return and from the keep to yes, I think that's how I should do it from the keep. I can go to Stormreach. From Stormreach I can go to the airship, and from the airship, or I can go back to Korthos, or rather. Okay, I greet you, traveler. The gatekeepers need assistance with an important mission. We need someone to travel to the keep on the Borderlands and recover a huge page of the Codex of the Infinite Planes. If there's nothing trying to you here, not tying you here, perhaps a newcomer like you might be willing to help. It would be a fine experience for the novice adventure. What do you mean by Codex Planes? The Codex of the Infinite Planes was an artifact of great power and great evil. The Codex was destroyed, but its infinite pages were scattered throughout the planes. So every plane is more or less with infinite pages. It sounds like every world have to be littered with it. Evil creatures seek out these pages, drawn by their malevolent power. So we gatekeepers try to keep the pages first to keep them out of evil's hand. Why not get the page yourself? We gatekeepers devote most of our time protecting everyone from threats from other trains. Our numbers are few. We cannot risk any of the druids of our order on this task. But adventurers? Well, risking their lives for pay is what the people like you do. Alright, now tell me about the mission. The Codex page we seek has fallen into the hand of some evil cultists in a far-off valley. We need you to travel there, defeat the cultists and their monstrous minions, and recover the Codex page. There's a keep nearby, manned by good folk, that you can use as your base of operation while you're there. Just one detail I must mention. The keep I speak of is not here on Eberron, but rather on a far-off world. However, that need not concern you. I will teleport you to the keep and open a portal so that you may safely return. This sounds like my kind of adventure. Send me to the keep on the Borderlands. Yes. Okay. Now comes the rather boring stuff. So DDO player made know when they see what I'm doing, they can look at what great items I have, even though it's just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, it's another public area. I will come here again later. But for now, let's just go to the bank. I think it was... Yes, it's there. Around the corner. Okay. Waiting, waiting, waiting. There we have it. Okay. After reincarnating, all your items in your inventory and your bank are put into a reincarnation cage or cache. And the problem is it's never sorted. It's chaos incarnated, and one of the reasons is because when you're reincarnating you lose some space in your bank. I had 2 more spaces here, 2 more, and I had 2 more here. And while I can unlock them again, it means that you have to work with it. Basically, the items don't fit, and it's very good because otherwise my inventory would be full of items I don't use, but I like to keep because they somehow benefit my character. And I just realized this wasn't the smartest idea here, because I usually have my potions here in this one. Here we have the internal flask of Deathward. I'm just putting here as they there because I don't. My remnants, I have them in my inventory to have the number always on display. Spirit cakes, they revive me again. Restoration scrolls here. One of my bags. The harbor pen. This dispelled several controlling effects. Okay, here we have a potion again. Like I said, I will sort them out later. Another variety of cake. Silver egg. More potions. The nice thing about potions is that they work at level 1 already. So this is my wand of convenience. Or for it later, collectible bag. My Jack Jeebus blade. This allows me to return once from the dead as an undead race creature. So this is one of my weapons next level. This is a hireling folder to stash hirelings, NPCs you can call in quests to help you. This is actual gear I will use at first level. Another of those things I like to keep track of, therefore put in my UI. That's a cool hat. Another, and this I don't use them really, but having them in inventory can be useful if you stumble upon in the wilderness on certain. My horse, very important. Planar skirt, also important later on, but another scroll. One of my teleport items. So I like to have my teleport items down here because I won't use them as much accidentally. No. Yes, I need that as well. This is a very useful shield cloak. Another pot. Another switch item. Important item here. And the most important item of them all. This is for later. Alliteration. Ah, the Great Club. Oh, didn't know I had it in Epics. Or rather, I forgot. This is a teleport item. Key, bottle, fork, die. Ah, it's here, switch item. But I don't forget about it. You will come later, my friend. And teleport item. Yeah, this is a ring with just 2 augment slots. I disenchanted in case I want to do something with it later. My super jump potions here. I see I forgot to put this one and this one as well. Another planar girt. What's a good word? Hill of falling boots. They get on my feet immediately, I think. I didn't have any better ones. Tapestry porch here. MacDoom later. My third planar gird. Another flaming talisman. Otherwise I will forget about it. I guess I could. Another pendant. This time it's for. Curse removal potions. Then you go there. Yeah, then I keep my clickies and switch items here. I have to accept that I have so many of these items by now that it's easier to do that. Spirit cake. Gem bag. So it should work out if I just put some my teleport. I put my teleport items just here. This should work out. I've missed at least one flash renegade I had before. Trap blasts, Inquisition. So I don't really need to keep so much track of it there, to be honest. Aside from the bows, so yeah. Oh, did I use the wrong one? I mean the draconic necklace isn't the worst, but I actually had wanted to at some point I may just say goodbye to it, to be honest. Now I have enough belts I can just use earlier, And the thing itself isn't really worth keeping for its not usual stats. I want to kick the stuff out so because I don't remembered where I started with so. Alright, then next the actual equipment and starter equipment. My sentinel weapon I want to level up isn't there. Something freshly crafted from my last life, and I want to actually use it this at the end game as one of my weapon sets here. Where is my... There you are. Okay, 1, 2, 4 items. Hardy boots, that means you're at switch item. Very important here. Oh, faded leathers, right. Already outmatching what I have on broken side. Das palm or smart dodge bonus here. Okay. Time to equip stuff. This quiver is nuts. This allows me to go at full speed right away. Do I have my hat? Yeah, I have. Most important item ever. Five bonus, and this is I missed the mukbang. Oh, that happens when you're not playing, or when you reincarnate. You always forget some items, and I really want the second mukbang here, as I otherwise will have a hard time with oozes. Well, one mukbang isn't too bad, but two are just better. That's Doom. I will get it later. Or most likely just use Muk Devastation. Let's be honest here. Mad loot. Next do. Ah. There it is. Okay. Oh yeah, daily rule. Nice potion. But the rule itself is even more meaningful because I can get a new action point which I can spend here. Doesn't make that much of difference at the moment. Alright. Loading. So, welcome to Charn, the City of Towers, but I actually just use it to get faster to my guild ship. So I can use my buffs, because at the later I will most likely go a lot on at the cap. But until then, no, 4 hours of good buffs. Our sound is cracking again. It's very... Oh, whoa, now I'm at the harbor. Yeah, there's no elegant way back. And now I notice that I haven't set my stuff yet. It's all still here. Yes, and the way I noticed is that I press the mouse key I assigned to my horse and I didn't use my horse. So that's the one I usually assign to. And I just... So. Laggy! It's snowing here because of the event. And I have no idea why it's lagging. Well, I have some ideas. I don't know exactly why it's lagging. I guess I have to stop this streaming and just do this all per usual recording, in hope that the problem here is rather how much my connection is overloaded. So yeah, I didn't have a viewer so far either, so I guess that's it. And I will then just go to YouTube or load this up on YouTube, but I end the stream and look if it works better that way. So yeah. So now I have to stop the program and hope that... Oh, yes, it's getting there. Yes, it was definitely the streaming. A bit sad, but at least it will work out. And now it's so much more fluent and it's still snowing, that's great. So we can play our standard. Okay, like you may remember, we asked, or Kaja asked us if we would take care of the people or of the whatever makes these noises in the crypt, and now we are exactly doing that. Okay, yeah, I cannot pick repair mode for this, so I use most difficult setting, but to be honest, it's not that difficult at all.
Coming from deep in the crypt, you hear the strange and unsettling echoes that Kaya...
Kaya after all. I haven't seen you before. You're new to Korthos? Well, you should go back up to the village. This crypt is falling apart. You could trip on some rubble and hurt yourself. Oh man. You're the crypt keeper? Aren't you supposed to be maintaining this place? Hey, who has time for menial chores with Korthos impending doom? The Wagon want to destroy the village, and the only safe people are the ones who join the Devourer cult. Mark my words, in a month's time, the only people left in Korthos will belong to the cult. We'll see, but now I need to make sure that there are no cultists in the crypt. Let me past. Fine. Don't come crying to me after you trip in the dark and break your neck. Some kind of secret door. Yeah, easy here.
Once you open it, you can reach whatever's behind it.
Ah.
A treasure chest glimmers in a dark passage here.
Wait, I didn't retrieve my longbow. Oh god.
Dead son of Korthos. A magical crest appears from the destroyed altar. If you take it with you,
Also not the longsword. I most likely...
it's about their evil work from further inside the crypt.
I will do it after this. Again, so much. But at least I don't need to... I can go to the Borderlands simply. The warriors here are kind of sissies, or they just despairing over my AC, which is rather high here. 33, they basically only hit on a natural 20, they have a 5% chance to hit at all. And I have many hit points. So, the stick here is that the Sahuagin are trying to revive the Heytons of old, their enemies. Or rather, they're the cultists that helped the Sahuagin and the Sahuagin themselves. And I can destroy their altars, gather some threats. So I could go there, get the chest. Well, let's do it. Oh my god, there are traps. And here is the other side of the secret door. Ah, that I forgot to get the other weapons and I only got the shitty ones. Ah, okay, the gate has closed. The traps can be dangerous, but after a while playing this game you start to get better at avoiding traps, and most likely I've just jinxed it and will die horribly in a trap in the future. Oh gosh. Well, it's going to be fast enough. So with 3 crests I can go over and make their barrier disappear. Here's the shrine. I don't need it, but Forceback has this.
A magical barrier blocks the way, and behind it, another Sahuagin performs unholy. You fit the last crest in place, and the magic shield dissipates. The Sahuagin inside spits out a venomous voice. These fools who would keep Korthos shall be consumed by the devout. The last devourer, your bold actions saved Korthos and brought the Sahuagin to know. The treasure chest in the antechamber is now yours.
No. Okay, another action point. This will prove to be very useful later on. And yes, without the stream it's much faster. I'm really surprised how much faster this is, to be honest. Punch it, I was afraid to be hurt. Did you look in the crypt? What's in there? The Sahuagin were resurrecting the Heytons, turning their bodies into undead minions. But don't worry, I put a stop to it. Oh, how horrible! But what about... Did you find Lars Heyton? Was he... You didn't find trace of him down there? So he could still be alive. Oh, Panjit, you've done your word of good. I usually speak it Panjat, but when I speak English, I'm not a native English speaker like you've most likely noticed. I somewhat blur the word, or more like I suddenly start pronounce it as Panjat, how I want to pronounce it. That's why I correct myself so often. I just hope that the audio quality is good. Most likely you hear a lot of mumbling and such, and I'm a bit conscious of it. Yeah, he has so many things I should have gotten. I need this one. It's not bad, but Book of Spirit I want for later. Margaret's necklace. It's at least something. Race of the Wind, very important. Fiala Mirror Code. Why not? I don't need this. Belt of Sure Strikes. Yeah. God of Shadow Vaults for casters. Here in the book I have a Dungeon Master's Gift or Master's Gift. No, I probably should get some belts. In case I need to open something for a dungeon, so I don't have to buy them. Nick Greatsword. Inquisition, but I don't need them that much. Big longbow. All right. And now to exit the Borderlands. I think it was southwards. There it is. I want to Korthos Island in Eberron. The fancy gatekeepers. Yeah, it's about the Infinite Plains. We are looking for the adventurers, low level at best. Did I spawn into a version that don't snow? I did. Even though I didn't have completed the arc yet, but and here you see that people have vanished. So okay, I have to keep that in mind. Yes, I wanted to get a hireling. Because one of the quests is Byron is worth its weight in gold. I pay much less. Okay, then let's first what I like to do is to have my inventory more or less into the task. My main weapon goes there. Sneaking. Oh, here. It's just when I switch items later on, I can always collect the, be it by accident or by, right, it don't change. So I can put my feather falling boots already to my switch items. I had my potions here. Here are my these are my spells and buffs. The arm potions. You have my potions and my scrolls. Here are the switch items I go to when for special occasions. This goes to here for starters. Just blade. Why trying to fix it manually when I just can use this? Suddenly I have too many, but I figured it out later. Alright. Ready to rumble. Let's do this one first. Line is where. You're a dangerous ranger if I've ever seen one, but I reckon you got a heart too, up for helping us poor Korthos folk. Yes, I have been called a champion in my time. Naturally, I must lend my strength to the unfortunate. See that house on the north? That's our storehouse, and in the back room, old Lars Heyton put his scrolls. Now the good folks of Korthos need that scroll, so someone's gotta go in and get it. I'd do it myself, but the storehouse got a wee infestation. Rodents and spiders is all. But there's a kick. Old Heyton put a shield to keep scaly south wine hands off her scrolls. Only he ain't around no more to turn it off. But I'm sure you're bright enough to do that. The village storehouse is just next to the town tavern. What do you say? What is so important about the store? Heyton was wrote to one scroll that's all about dragons. Aye, that's right, I said dragons. What with that white dragon making all the ice and others being in mortal danger, well, that scroll ought to come in handy. You follow? Alright, I'll bring the scroll back to you. Let's see if I get to Snowy Korthos later on. Yeah, this shows a bit about the breakable mechanic. So the more stuff you break, the more the more XP you earn, or you get an XP bonus, but it's usually not worth the time at the court of quests. Because it's percentage bonus, there's a bit going on, like the speed to run through the quest quickly is worth more than the reward. Up here is the key. Ah, there it is. It always changes location. Following your ass. Oh, at least I got the aggression bonus. And this is also the first floor tile puzzle you come across, unless you do Borderlands. And it's very good because it's that you do it early, because these floor tile puzzles are a staple here in DDO. Eh. I forgot to put my additional action points. Okay, follow through with Pierre. Actually, I like to go this route first. Rock belts here. Some more hit points, never hurt. No, I didn't. Always something here. I'll be defeated. We'll find a way to use strength. Out here he tell me more about this dragon that's been attacking Korthos. Heyton once wrote to school, it's all about dragons. That's right. Okay. Just makes me repeat, and I so you to skip the dialogues at this point that I totally forgot, but luckily I'm recording this, therefore I can just look at the recording then. The fisherman sitting before you winces as he bandaged his leg. What happened to you? It was the divorce cult. They came and destroyed our Cannith Crystals. We tried to stop them. Fogel here was pretty bad, and I think I broke my ankle. But we got away with one crystal, just one. We put it in the basement of Korthos Hall. They come back for it tonight, and we are in no shape to stop them. Why is this Cannith Crystal important? These crystals were holding back all the unnatural ice. With the one remaining, we might still be able to stave off the cold, but without it, Korthos will freeze over within a week. Can't you just get more crystals? We found them in the abandoned Cannith factory, not far from the village. There's no more there, and it ain't like we can send off to Cannith for more. I think it's time this code was given a taste of its own medicine. Protect this crystal for you. The problem here is on Elite, the crystal breaks really easily, so I asking my good old friend Byron Scout Sword to help me with it. I should use my rage for change. I do have two of them. He can be the one who would Baron. He will see an attack, and I will protect the crystal when someone's get around him. Oh, scary. Okay, the last one is spawns outside here. I only need to wait for a moment. Alright. Is the crystal safe? Yes, the cultists came as you said they would. And when they tried to destroy the crystal, I felt them. This village will remain warm. Well, warmish. Yes, usually it should snow here, but it doesn't anymore. I won't use them anyway, and I can't sell them. Well, up to the tavern. Master Scholar. I didn't bound my spirit to my airship. Oh well, not. I can work around it for a while. I'm glad you're here, Panjit. I've heard of your efforts on behalf of the village. Thanks to you, opportunities have begun to materialize to turn the situation around. There's a traitor here in the village, someone who has given himself to the cult willingly, mad as that is. We now know that his next move will be, and that is where you come in, Panjit. willingly? Wouldn't that mean that they're basically kidnapping, brainwashing them in the process? That's heavy stuff. The fool is planning to attack the tavern and kill me, but when he arrives with his subwagon ablaze, he won't find me, he'll find you. I think I'm starting to see where this is going. Don't worry, my men will ambush most of the subwagon before they get near the place. But make sure you kill the traitor, and in all circumstances allow him to get away. His name is Jacoby Drexelhand. Now, are you ready? Yeah, Jacoby Drexelhand, the one who supposedly should keep the Heyton's... not Heyton's threats, but the crypt. Heyton's crypt... the crypt keeper of the Heytons. He's the traitor. Ready as I'll ever be. Let's do this. And we burst there with a lot of force elite. And I don't even need to buff here. You again, the subwagon, blame me for your heroics. I'm sick of your tampering. Why? Why are you working for the subwagon? I'm no fool. The subwagon will kill everyone who doesn't convert. It's inevitable. I'm just watching out for my hide. Say the biggest fool in Korthos. Your life sentence now. Ha! You better be there, dude. Fight me. So I'm basically slaying people from the villages where brainwashed by the subwagon. This was Bob. Here we have Eric. That's Kyle. Steven, the cobbler. Now we have a subwagon. Another one. Strange. I went through a definitely normal looking door. Then and then here it's a whole dungeon underneath, and the question is, why didn't Sigmund have noticed it, and why are the subwagi not using it like crazy? I mean, it would have made sense if Sigmund would be the traitor here. By the way, this was last one I killed was Steven, so this is Larry. That's Mike. Sven, Ben, and Stan. You're Kevin. That's Jacoby, but first I kill those for the XP bonus. You can see. Aggression. Onslaught. Even yes, at the end they even have a tunnel here where the Sarhuagan came and such. Why isn't Sigmund on this? Why isn't Jacoby Drexelhand working at the tavern at least? So this is a great spot, actually. This shows that many of the old assets from the original Dungeons Dragons Online Stormreach, so the first incarnation of the game, has been reused. This used to be the starter dungeon, I think, instead of the Grotto. And yes, it's kinda stopped making sense in this regard. I mean, here you can go through this door, and then there's the secret door, and it's not even. I mean, I have used search, but you can use Reincarnating there, and Sigmund, he should definitely fiddle with the Reincarnating because he's kind of a bartender. It doesn't make sense anymore, this setup. There you are. I was worried they got you. Did you kill him? Did you kill Drexland? Yes, Jacoby Drexland is dead. And may he spend an eternity in Kyra's bowels. This is wonderful news, my friend. We have reached the tipping point. At last, we can take the fight to the Sarhuagan. Thank you. Hey Panjat, I've heard that and Lit Kaya says good things about you. Could you do me a favor? I took bad dreams that we had some old vintage old soul grout in the cellar. I thought we had a whole cask, but the cask is fake. They replaced it with a disguised lever. I swear he can be so paranoid sometimes. In any case, we would you to go to the Korthos Village. Pierre and her bedroom sharper and find some old money. Yes, it's wait. So this is actually an escape tunnel Sigmund made because and Drexel knew about it, and it's lead into the water, and this suddenly makes even less sense. Wow. But yeah, use some points. It's a starter cake for 5 points. These are easily, I get them easily. Okay, we have a new selection of quests that we can now learn, but first I will deliver the clock and then I take a break. after I leveled up, because up to level 3 it makes no sense to have levels back in any way. Ranger Trainer, Highland Vendor, Cleric, Paladin, Perils. Oh, yeah, here's the Vogel. Sorcerer Ranger is here. Do you have to tell me something? What's your advice? Ah, misclicked. I want to advance the level. Okay, let me check my builder, because I'm really sure I somehow forgot something. Oh, I actually put them like I wanted them to. Heal, height, search, QMD. Raptured and to weapon fighting and violence lore. Okay, now let's re-equip the character, but I will sell first. And repair before. So then first I want a weapon set with my Mugbanes. This will weapon set number 2. Then I want a weapon set with my two weapons. This weapon set will be put here on a quick. Or put a no quick here. Then I like here my bow. Alright, then time for the break. Then I thank you for watching, if I ever have someone who will watch. And until next time, peace.